HCI is a discipline concerned with the design, implementation, and evaluation of interactive computing systems. So this means that it's really centered upon these activities: designing, implementing, and evaluating interactive technology. And this is an iterative process. You design, you implement, you evaluate, and you go back to design. And a lot of work has been done in understanding how we can work with technology and design it to be effective. In this course, we're going to look at a slightly more involved model for how you can do this style of interaction design. You start by establishing requirements, then you design alternatives, you prototype and evaluate. But you might not do it in that order. You could go in a variety of different orders, as you'll see during this course. Why are we doing this? Well, computers are increasing their capabilities exponentially. If you're familiar with Moore's law, the number of transistors on a microchip can double every 2 years. We are bumping up against some of those limitations, but we keep seeming to increase the capabilities at the same rate, even now. Regardless, computers are getting faster and faster and more capable, while humans tend to stay the same. We have a much slower development rate along evolutionary terms. So the question is, with computers getting faster and faster and humans staying relatively capable but very good at what we've already been able to do, how do we have these two entities work together? One of the first people to write about how faster computers might be able to work with humans was Vannevar Bush in 1945. Now, Vannevar was really impressed with the rate of scientific discovery that happened during the war. Not diving into the ethics of the Manhattan Project, it was really incredible what people could do when they worked together. And Vannevar Bush was also impressed with the way these computers that were being developed might soon be able to match human speed when it comes to thinking and capabilities. And he proposed this theoretical device, the MEMEX, that was a way to amplify scientific research even further during peacetime. In it, there was 2 screens. One was an article that you might be reading, for example, about plant biology, and another would be one that you could bring up any other article at the same time. So if you were reading and you wonder, oh, what is the cell structure of this particular plant? You could bring up another document that would explain that. This allowed it to work via associative memory, the way that our brains work. If you have an idea while you're doing one task or thinking of one thing, you could bring up another idea. This is very forward-thinking, and does it sound familiar to you at all? To me, it sounds like tab browsing on Wikipedia or anywhere on the internet, although we have even more capabilities because we can do graphics, video, audio right now as well. Soon, hopefully, haptics as well. However, we often get interfaces that are less forward-thinking. Let's take a look at this one.
It's very, very simple to do. All we do is lift the handset, dial 500 for the voicemail system. It'll ask us for the default password, which is currently your extension number, twice, followed by the hash key. Once we get into the mailbox, we then press 4 for mailbox management, 2 to change the password, 1 to change it. It's going to ask us to put in a new password.
Super easy. Here's a redesign proposed by Durrell Bishop in 1992. Let's take a look.
PM. Hi Simon, it's about 1 o'clock now. I was wondering whether you're going to come to the football. It's the weather's a bit wet and rainy, so I understand if you don't. Other than that, well, yeah, give us a ring if you're in. Okay, bye.
PM.
Hi Emma, it's Val.
You get the idea. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Is this marble answering machine a good design? But wait, before you actually think about this, consider what good might actually mean. We need to know who the user is, where it's located, what the context of its use is. This is what HCI is all about. Not just envisioning how you might work with an interface and thinking what's good and bad, but knowing who is doing what, with what, where, all of these kinds of contextual information. Without that information, you really can't practice HCI. So, post your answer in the discussion group provided. Details are in Learn. I'll wait.